don't want to talk crap about the likes of Sneakercon or Crepe City, but these days I think to myself, why would I even go? What's good, guys? Ash Bash back again with another episode of Ash Bash Waffles on, and today's subject is about the likes of Crepe City, Sneakercon and all these kind of events like that. What's the point? So recently, I think it was this past Saturday, there was the Crepe City event in London. I didn't attend mainly because I was working anyways, but I saw quite a few people on my Instagram that were hyped for going, and so I asked on my stories, how was Crepe City? Was it just a bunch of resellers selling Yeezys and Off-Whites, or was it something different? And pretty much like 95% of people that replied said, yeah, pretty much that's what it was. A bunch of hype beasts, a bunch of overpriced Yeezys and Off-Whites and Supreme as well. I'm not going again, what's the point of going? There was a couple people that mentioned that it was still good because they got to meet people from like the sneaker community and stuff, which is fine, I guess, but in this day and age, I don't see the sort of point of going to it. I don't really have any interest in it. It's been a minute now since I last went. I don't ever claim to be like some sneaker OG at all. I'm old enough probably to be one, but I don't claim to be one at all. I've been to 3 big sneaker events, I think, in my lifetime. No, 4. So I went to Crepe City, I think it was like Crepe City 4 or 5, something like that. That was back when it was held like Old Street Way. It was holding like a bar or pub or something like that. It was cool, literally walked in, didn't think I even had to pay. Cool little vibe, small little event, loads of sneakers, loads of stuff I either hadn't ever seen or never seen in person. And the prices weren't crazy either. Like obviously there was some stuff that was crazy priced because it is what it is, but stuff was pretty realistic that you could pick up. I think I left with a pair of 2009 True Blues, AJ Freeze, and like some Dope Chef t-shirt that I still wear to this day, funny enough. But I think that's all I picked up there, but there was so much stuff, like loads of bargain stuff, loads of different brands of sneakers. And then the next time I went to the Nike event that they had at 1948, I think it was the first time I actually even went to that shop. I didn't even know it existed until then somehow. And that was quite cool again, but it was getting a little bit more hype beasties, it was a little bit more of a queue. I think the Yeezys were in full force by then. I think the Yeezy 2s were out by then, because I remember seeing someone in feet and actually held the Wolf Grey pair in hand as well. It's getting a bit more hype beastie, but I saw some dope stuff in there. They had the Jordan 4 black cements that I really wanted, but they're actually coming out, I think, that same year anyways, and they were selling for $230, so I thought, let me wait for that. But that wasn't too bad. Then I think it was the next year, it came around again, and this time it was in, what building was it? I can't remember, some building in Shoreditch. But I remember I got there and I was walking and I was like, oh, there's a bit of a queue. Walking. And I went around like bloody 3 buildings and it was just absolutely insane. I was like, wow, this whole hype, or I think it was, I'm trying to think of what was hype at that time, if the Yeezy thing had happened or what, but it was just absolutely crazy. I was literally in the queue for like 90 minutes to 2 hours and I'd moved like here to here. In the end, I gave up and I said, well, what's the point? It's probably going to be dope in there, but I can't be standing here for 5 hours to get into buildings. It's getting a bit ridiculous now, so I left that. The last event I went to was Sneakercon, which was either early this year or last year. I really can't remember. But again, I went there. So I finally actually got into an event, and what did I see? Everybody selling either Yeezys, or sort of like Off-Whites, or like bait stuff that had just come out like literally within the last 6 months. And it's like, all it is, it seems to be, is a reseller event, and I'm generally anti-reselling. Like, I don't like it. It's something you do it's something I do if I have to do it. Like if I've got a pair that I don't want to wear and I'd rather sell it or trade it or whatever. But coming to a venue where people are literally got the kicks that you wanted and they're reselling it back to your face, and I'm supposed to be excited to be here, I just don't get the point of it. It's a bit of a strange one, and it's this whole hype nature of how things have gone with the whole Yeezys and Off-Whites. I get it, new people have gotten into the game, so it's changed a bit like that, and people are seeing stuff just shoved shoved in their face all the time, which makes people want them even more. I've spoken about it before with the Sean Wotherspoons. I'm not even a 97 fan, but I kind of got sucked into it. I really wanted a pair. Everyone else got sucked into it, wanted a pair. When they first were announced, like on the Nike site, no one was really digging them. When they came out and everyone saw them on the feed time and time again, people got sucked in, and that's kind of what's happened. And Crepe City, funny enough, it came up on the panel yesterday. Shout out to my boy Pedro. He did a big topic on it. The exact same video that I'm doing now. I actually said to him, like, what are the chances you've spoken about the same subject that I'm speaking about, I plan to speak about today on my YouTube channel? But he's saying the same thing. He's been going there from day. I think he's been to every single Crepe City event. And he said things have just changed over the years. And I can't blame Crepe City because they can't really police what people bring in. It would be nice if they could. It would be nice if people had tables where it was like, cool, Yeezy table, Off-White table, Asics table, Saucony table, Air Max table, something like that. But it seems like everyone's there selling stuff for over the price that you can get it online anyways from all these other resellers. And it's all the same stuff. Everyone's got Yeezys, Off-White everywhere. What's the... Nothing exciting, hardly ever seeing anything new, or it's kind of just a random event now. And yeah, it's cool for the whole community vibe, like running into people and all that, but you're paying, I don't even know what the price is these days. I'm assuming it's probably like £10-15 whatever, just to hang out. Probably no free food either or drinks, so you might as well just hang out with each other. Not to just plug everything, but shout out to the guys from the panel. We have these little get-togethers and stuff, and it's dope. Like, we get up, meet up, chat about sneakers. It's a cool vibe. It's not really like, it's not a reselling vibe, you know what I mean? It's actually talking about sneakers and getting to know each other and all that, which is what I like. I love those events like that, plus people doing like sneaker trades or retail sort of hookups or something. But going to an event that you pay for just to meet up with people that you meet on Instagram, that you're paying for, and otherwise it's a reselling event, I don't know. Like with Offspring at the moment, I don't know if everyone even, if you're not even from the UK, don't know about what Offspring's doing, but they're bringing this sort of sneaker community together, which is cool. Getting sneakers in the hands of people that really sort of into sneakers and want sneakers, which is again very cool. But then you got everyone from the Offspring community going to Crepe City, which is basically like a reselling event, and it kind of doesn't, 1 + 1 = like 10. This doesn't add up because everyone's anti-resellers, but you're going to an event that is literally for resellers pretty much. I just don't get it, and I don't see myself ever really going there. Because think about it, say for example you did want to buy some bait, Yeezys or some Off-Whites, why would you wait all this time until Crepe City rolls around to finally buy a pair? You can go on eBay, you can go on Depop, you can go on Facebook groups, you can go to Presented By, you got StockX, you got Goat, you got millions of options to buy these same sneakers, probably for the same price, maybe less, or anything. You could have had it way before. If you just want to avoid sort of like the delivery time, I don't see why you'd even do that. If you want to see it in person, unless you're a super legit checker yourself, it's not really going to make that big a difference. So I don't get the point of it. Before, it used to be going there to find some gems, maybe like a sample or something crazy that you're just not expecting to see. I guess that could still happen. Like my boy Sam picked up a nice pair of Sauconys for like £40. He did a video on it. Shout out to him, check out his channel, which is cool. I was actually surprised that anyone there was selling Sauconys. I was like, wow, okay. But that seems to be a rare thing. Now it's 90% all this super hype stuff that come out from literally the day before. I was listening to the, always forget the name of the podcast, the Canada Got Soul podcast. What is the name? True to Size. Shout out to them as well, all those guys. They had the same thing recently. They went to Sneakercon and they said it was pretty much Yeezys, Jordans. They walked around and it was like, Yeezys, okay. Jordans, okay. There was a whole table of Element React 87s. Nothing exciting. No one's seeing any gems. Hardly anyone is even picking stuff up. The only reason to go there is if you're like, just got money to waste and you just want to cash out kind of thing. Or if you want to meet up with some people, but why not just make a meet up anyways and meet each other on the weekend somewhere and hang out? Like, some people are doing that already, like I said, with the panel. I'm sure there's other groups that are doing the same sort of thing. Just do that. It seems a bit simple. I know, as I said, I don't want to shit on these companies, but I kind of just losing the whole point of it being there. Why are you going to a reseller event to pick up sneakers that cost more at the event. It just doesn't add up. Then you've got Sneakercon. Pretty much the same thing, but kind of a little bit different. I've always, well, not always called it, but since I went there, it's basically like a glorified shoe-tuber meet and greet. And as I said, I'm technically a shoe-tuber myself. If I was like invited to be there and people wanted to meet me, that would be cool. I wouldn't say no to that, of course. But when I went there, I saw like massive queue people, like, I was going to say something rude there, but massive people queuing up to meet like Kais Omar and Tony DT Wild and Richie Lee and all these people that were there, which is cool because I'm not particularly excited to meet them people because a lot of them I don't particularly even follow anymore anyways, but I can imagine it would be cool to meet them and all that, but I don't think I'd want to pay to go and meet them. That seems a bit random to me. But if you're a little kid, as I said, it's mainly little kids that are into that stuff anyway, so I get it for them. Maybe it's just an age thing and I've grown out of going there and meeting those sort of people. I'm just cool with like the Facebook groups and meetups just to chat about sneakers and all that. Since I actually posted that story, I've had some dope conversations with some people on my Instagram stories just chatting about what they're into, how they got into sneakers and what they like about sneakers and all that. It's been actually pretty cool. Actually happy that I actually put that story up. It's got the conversation sort of going and all that. But yeah, that's my little 2 cents on that event. And tell me what you think. Have you been to Crepe City? Are you from another country and you have other sneaker events? What are they like? Is there any point of going anymore? Is it just going to meet other people from the sneaker community? Or are you actually finding gem there? Is it actually worth the travel and all that to go there? Because people are coming to Crepe City from like bloody Ireland, Scotland and all that. And I can only imagine just to meet other people because I know what's going on there. But with the whole Offspring thing, as I was saying, on the little collection days, it pretty much turns up to like a meet and greet, not a meet and greet, turns up to like a sort of community event anyways, because people get there at the same time, hang out, chat before, probably go for food after. It works out cool. Way better than going to Crepe City, just looking at a bunch of resellers cashing out. I'm not into that. Anywho, this is a lot of waffling. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Definitely hit me down in the comments below. Let's chat it up. I upload videos like this every Monday, or I try to, and sneaker reviews as I want to pick stuff up. Follow me on Instagram, @sneakers. Always posting dope pictures. And my Twitter is perfection7. I'm out. Later.